Welcome. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, what is Ayurveda? Let's get into it. Stop burning out and start burning bright. Hey there, I'm Tina Green, and I'm the creator of the Glow With Your Flow program, helping women just like you find peace and balance in their days and in their life. While you're here, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell so that you don't miss anything that I have to offer in the future. So today, let's answer the question, what is Ayurveda? Are you curious? Have you heard about this word? I want to teach you all about the fundamental principles of Ayurveda and answer some questions that you might have been having as you're hearing about it more and more because it's becoming more and more mainstream. So Ayurveda is a complete healing system. It is over 5,000 years old, and just like yoga did, you know how yoga was, it was kind of not a big thing, and then suddenly it became mainstream, right? And people started feeling how amazing they felt and connecting to themselves again and moving their bodies. And so Ayurveda is the sister science of yoga, and it's kind of doing the same thing. It's finally getting all of the attention that it deserves, right? Because it is such a powerful healing system. And it looks at the whole of you. So not just the issue that you might be having, let's say you're feeling tired. It doesn't just look at trying to get you, on track with your sleep. It looks at all of you. Like, what's enough sleep for you, right? And what's going on in your emotions that's causing you that hard time sleeping? How are you eating? Is it supporting, your nutrition and your well-being? And what are you taking in through your five senses? It looks at everything, right? And so as you heal something or work on something, you're not leaving something else to fall, by the wayside and to fall out of balance. So I love that it looks at all of you. The next thing is that your mind and body are one, right? So they're not separate. They're inextricably connected. So I know you've heard about the mind and body connection before, but just think about that. Think about how the things that you do to your body affect your mind, and the things that you think and feel affect your body, right? So just quickly, let's look at an example. So if you were in the middle of an altercation or witnessing an argument, and you're, feeling all of these intense feelings, right? You're maybe very emotional or worked up. What's happening in your body? What are you noticing? Is your heart rate maybe elevated? Is your breath more shallow? Do you maybe have some tears? Does your body feel tense? Right? They're so connected. Now, think about the other way, right? Start with your body first. So if you're putting really, non-nourishing foods into your mouth constantly, right? What starts to happen with your mind, right? Your body feels heavy, but so does your mind. You start to feel lethargic and tired and lack of motivation and lack of clarity, and maybe some big emotions start to come up, right? They're so connected. So the beautiful thing is that when you heal one, you're also working towards healing the other. And when you pay attention to both, you really just extract the most out of your health and well-being, right? So you have to look at both. They're both always connected. And if you just focus on one all the time, like for example, if you're only focusing on your body all the time and you're ignoring your mind and your emotions and your spirit, then you'll feel like something's missing. You're still going to be not running as good as you could be. All right, let's get into the next point. Ayurveda is preventative. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, when you live an Ayurvedic lifestyle, like I said, you're looking at the whole of you, and you're doing so many things. You're bringing awareness, you're coming back into balance, you're releasing stress, releasing toxic buildup, whether that's toxins that came in through your emotions, toxins that came in through your diet, toxins in the environment, in your household products, whatever it is. You're more aware, you're releasing all of that stuff or not taking it in the first place. You're moving your body, you're so mindful, and so your stress really does drop when you do things like meditation and you breathe. And so many diseases we know now, science backs this up, that they begin with stress, right? That stress, that fight or flight turns on those little genes, right? Like a dimmer switch, and makes them more and more, bright and activated, right? And so just as we can increase our likelihood of disease by always being in stressful situations and not taking care of ourselves and all of those things, we can also dim that switch down, right, through this well-being lifestyle. The next point is that it's personalized. Now, this is my favorite part because in Ayurveda, you look at your essential nature first. So the 5 elements that make up the universe, space, air, fire, earth, and water, also make up your body. And so you have all of those elements within you. Now, you have them in varying degrees. And we call your mind and body type in Ayurveda, we call this your dosha. And when you understand your dosha, your mind and body type, you learn how to bring balance back because you learn what out of balance even looks like for you. You find out your essential nature. So like, who have you always been? How much sleep do you need? Are you more of a fiery person? Are you more of a creative person? Are you more kind of stuck? Are you like more heavy in your body, heavy in your mind? We look at all aspects of you and what qualities that has, right? So for example, we look at the elements that make up those 3 doshas. I'll just go through them really quickly here with you today. So a Vata dosha is made up of space and air. Pitta dosha is made up of fire and water. And Kapha dosha is made up of earth and water. And so if you're a Vata, space and air, the qualities of space and air are what, right? They're quick, they're changeable, they're dry, they're cold, right? And so if Vata is out of balance, you learn to bring in the opposite qualities. So you bring in grounding, right? Slowing, warming, all of those opposites to the space and air elements. Now Pitta is fiery. So if there's too much fire, and you learn about what that looks like. If there's too much fire in your body and your mind, what do you have to do? You have to bring in the opposite. So what is fire? Fire is sharp. Fire is precise, direct, hot, right? So then you bring in the opposites. Cooling, softening, right? You're just putting out that fire just a little bit, just cooling it down, right? And then if you look at Kapha dosha, that is earth and water. And what does that make? That makes mud, right? So what do you need to turn that around, right? You need to add some fire. You need to heat things up. You need to get things moving. So we learn all about your essential nature and what would be best for you, right? Because not everything's going to serve everybody the same way. I mean, I have kids, and I know that one kid, when they were little, one really needed a nap, couldn't be skipped, and the other one just doesn't need so much sleep, right? And you know this for yourself, right? So it's very personalized, and it's not a one-size-fits-all approach, and it's not trendy, and I love that. It's also very practical. So the things that you do in Ayurveda are so simple. These are things that, you incorporate into your daily life. Small changes, like you might scrape your tongue and with a tongue scraper, and you might drink hot ginger water in order to keep your digestive fire going. You might do some nourishing things, like you might do some nourishing yoga poses, some grounding yoga poses, and some self-massage to nourish yourself. You might smell some essential oils or rub the bottoms of your feet, or, just create a routine so that you can have a really nice sleep. You learn how to recapitulate your thoughts and release emotions so that you can move forward with your relationships. And there's so many small little things like meditation and breath work to connect to the deeper part of you, that we address all aspects of you, but in really practical ways, by lining up to the rhythms of nature, to the circadian rhythms, going to sleep and rising, and in the ways that nature shows us that we should, at the times that we should, eating at the times of day when your digestive fire is the hottest, so that, you can metabolize things and extract the nourishment, right? lining up with the lunar cycles and the seasons, right? You know, you already do this. In the fall, you wrap up, you put hats on and scarves to keep the warmth in as everything's kind of getting so much cooler. You drink soup, you drink hot drinks and you eat soup, and in the summer you change to watermelon and, you know, cooler drinks, and you go swimming and all of these things to kind of reduce the heat, right? So you're already naturally working on bringing back the balance, you know, through the intuitive wisdom that's within you. So that's what I love about Ayurveda, because it's so intuitive. You already know what to do, but we just forgot, right? With the modern conveniences, with all of the things that are available to us and the things that are on our plates, you know, we get distracted. But Ayurveda just brings back that wisdom that was always there, and in such a doable way, right? So this wisdom is so incredible. I have a program called the Glow with Your Flow program that really takes you through this 7-week journey from discovering your essential nature, understanding your Vikruti, which is your current imbalance or balance. We take you through in week 1 through nourishment, we like nourishing foods, right, for your dosha, and then we take you through your emotions and how to have healthy emotions and relationships. And then we move on to healing with your inner pharmacy through your 5 senses. Then we create dinacharya, which is a daily routine based on, you know, all of those rhythms that we just talked about. In week 6, we go through meditation and pranayama, so you learn how to connect back to yourself. And in week 7, we discover your purpose. Because once you're feeling good again, once you're feeling like yourself and you're remembering your wholeness and you're feeling connected and you're, you know, you have all these tools to take you through your life in a beautiful, balanced, peaceful way, you start to ask yourself, how do I want to show up in the world? Like, you start to think about legacy, how you're going to show up, how you're going to enrich the lives of others. You know, what do you want to do for your career, or who are you, right? So we get into that in purpose. And it's just a beautiful 7-week program to introduce you to Ayurveda and also just get you actually living the lifestyle. If you're interested in that program, please go to www.floatyourcork.com/flow to get all of the details. I'll see you in the next episode.